Okay, students, so today we're going to build on what we did last time with learning how unit conversion works and how we are going to be applying the math of unit conversion to taking a known distance in feet and a known time in seconds from a CO2 car race and transferring those or calculating, modifying those to be in miles per hour for a speed calculation. So this is going to be the second of several of these kind of exercises as we build our math skills, build our calculation skills, so that on race day, we will know exactly how fast our cars are going after plugging in the distance and time into our formula. So up at the top of your sheet, let's start by writing out the formula, and everybody should know this by the end of the unit very well. Our first fraction is going to be distance divided by 5,280. So we're given a distance in feet, and we want to divide that by 5,280 because there are 5,280 feet in a mile. So that will convert feet into miles. Our second fraction is going to be 3,600 divided by the time given in seconds. So we know that our formula, distance divided by time is equal to speed. So we need our time on the bottom. That's why this fraction is flipped upside down with 3,600 on top and the time on the bottom. So we multiply those two fractions together, and that will give us our speed in miles per hour. This is the formula. If you've got this written out in front of you, you shouldn't have any problem doing every single problem on this sheet and the ones that will come after it. It is super important that you show your work on these worksheets. Please, I will not give full credit if you're not showing how it is that you came up with your answer. If you only write the answer, you will not get full credit. I know that you're plugging this into a calculator. I understand that. But I want to know what numbers you're putting in to get that answer, especially when I see those that are getting incorrect answers or who are struggling. I can't help if I don't know, what pattern you're following, what numbers you're plugging in where into your formula. Okay? You got to show your work. Just like you see me as we work through this first problem, I should be seeing for every single problem on your sheet. So let's look at problem number one. Each problem is going to have a student's name, a distance given in feet, and a time given in seconds. So problem number one says, Billy's car goes 40 feet in 1 second. So we need to calculate what is the speed of Billy's car in miles per hour if his car went 40 feet in 1 second. So let's start by plugging in the numbers that were given into the formula that we just wrote out. So distance over 5,280. Okay, so we have 40 feet. So we'll plug that in, 40 over 5,280. And we're going to multiply that by 3,600 over the time. So that will be 3,600 over 1. Now remember from last time, when we're multiplying fractions, now I haven't plugged anything into the calculator yet. We're just writing this down, showing our work and setting things up. But what we're going to do is we're going to start with multiplying straight across the numerator values. So 40 times 3,600. Plug that into your calculator. Then write out the answer there. Should be getting 144,000. Next, we'll do the same thing with the denominator values. We'll take 5,280 and multiply it by 1. Feel free to plug that into your calculator if you need to. You should be getting 5,280. Now, please notice that this is still a fraction. We have 144,000 divided by 5,280. That is a fraction. It's a division problem. Plug that into your calculator now in order to get the final answer on this problem. you should be coming out with 27.27 repeating miles per hour. Show all your work and include your units on the end, miles per hour. You always include your units. So there's 10 problems on this sheet, front and back, and make sure you're showing your work. You're going to keep referring back to the formula. There's a pattern. That's one of the wonderful things about math is there's usually a pattern involved with what numbers go where. And as long as you understand the pattern and you can identify the information given that you need to use, you're going to be just fine. So work your way through this, and I'll see you when you're done. Good luck.